Hello Libra, thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main read, I'm using the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot by Melanie Marquis, illustrated by Scott Murphy. For the supportive Oracle cards, I'm using the Angel Answers Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Alright. I don't know if I had some soot. Maybe it'll help out. Can't really see it, so if it's there, I'm sorry. Now, what is actually happening here? I do get a... Let's just keep going. Because I'm wondering what's happening in the sense of, like, there seems to be... handling things as they happen seems to be the situation. And I'm noticing your overall energy here is the Page of Swords, which is typically more of a supportive player. This being the case in this, I feel like you got a lot of elaborate things going on here. And there's a lot of value. You have a lot of value in this situation. It seems elaborate. It does. But it seems like you're playing more of a supportive player. I'm just wondering if that's by choice or by necessity. So let's keep going to see where it's going here. As we go in, you do have a face down card that's kind of pushing up towards you. So there's an unspoken connection here. The Lover's card face down, like this is how it comes up in the reading. I really feel like there's an unspoken love between you and somebody else. There's somebody maybe you're attracted to, or I feel like you're attracted to somebody, but you're keeping it quiet. And I don't feel like it's something you're acting on, but it's influencing your involvement in this situation. So there's somebody you definitely care about greatly. You have deep feelings for them, but you're keeping it to yourself, but it's definitely influencing you very strongly, very, very strongly. That being said, I'm noticing the first line of action here is the Queen of Cups, which again, I'm feeling this is something that emotions aren't being spoken about, but this is a very caring situation. You're involved in this, and there's a lot of care, but I feel like there's care coming back toward you. I don't know if it's the level. I don't really feel like it's the level that you're feeling, to be honest with you. But I do feel like there's definite, a definite level of love coming back towards you. Like you're appreciated. I definitely get you're appreciated. I am noticing though that we're not seeing any cards here for this first part on the environment side, so I'm not seeing anything really reciprocated, but I'm feeling like you're valued, if that makes sense. And you're moving into the situation. There's a lot of love here. There's a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. And it's also telling me that you have this in your side, improving health. Like this is making you feel better about a situation in general. I don't feel like you need it to be spoken about how you feel. I don't feel like it's something you're looking to create or push into reality. It's just feelings, and you're liking the situation based on how you're feeling. Okay, now we're coming into this center part, and that's really where I'm getting this this Page of Swords is directly above that, which it feels like this is very detailed, and it's very valued to you, but I'm still getting like you might be more of a supportive player than an initiator. Alright, so this is how it comes up. You got the Six of Wands, but it's kind of over this little pack of cards like this, and they're all face down. Which I feel like these are things that just kind of, this whole situation, I feel like these 4 cards are describing a situation that just kind of pops up that you're not expecting. Yeah. So, alright. You got the Wheel of Fortune in there. You've got the Seven of Cups. You have the Five of Swords, and you have the Three of Swords. I feel like this just pops out of nowhere. All this happens at once. Something changes out of the blue, which I was thinking anyway, so that just kind of supports that, so we can put that down. But it's causing a lot of heartache and defensive, that's actually these two, heartache and defensive feelings, heartbreak, I should say, instead of maybe not just heartache. And there's a lot coming at you all at once. There's a lot in this situation all at once, actually. I feel like it's a very complex, detailed, complex situation. There's a lot going on here. It feels like there's a lot, and it's very ornate. It's very valued to you. There's a lot of value here in this situation. I don't feel like you want this to come to demise, but the situation you're dealing with, this person, I feel like there's a danger of you losing this person in your life. However you're connected to them right now, I feel like that's being pulled from you. Or there's a lot going on all at once, and all these possibilities, and it just feels like when I'm seeing this Seven of Cups, I'm getting a lot of emotions from different angles. And I feel like that's what it's more saying in this situation. It's like all these things are happening at once. And the Five of Swords and the Three of Swords pushing in at the same time, like there's a lot of defensive energy, there's a lot of heartbreak due to all this coming at you at once. And the wheel is happening. Like this is not something you were expecting. I'm noticing this is all face down. I feel like that's because it's coming out of the blue. I also feel like there's a lot of this heartache. I feel like the heartache, especially, you're keeping to yourself. I feel like you're trying to fix the situation without really any effect going on here. I feel like I don't feel like you're having that effect to put it back in order. And the wheel with the Three of Cups, or the Seven of Cups, excuse me. I feel like the Seven of Cups is kind of like, I feel like this is like breaking up of a situation. I feel like it's almost like I'm looking at this almost like it's you know how bowling pins are set up? I feel like there's like somebody throwing the bowling ball at the bowling pins. I feel like that's what's happening here, which is causing the heartbreak and the defensiveness. All that happens all at once. It just feels like it happens all at once, out of the blue. And you're surviving through it. Like as it happens, you're just kind of taking a breath and just one foot in front of the other, type just making it through it. It seems like this is a situation happens, and it's like, bam, it's like thrust upon you, and you deal with it then, and then you have to walk away from it. However, it happens, but I feel like this might be ending the situation. Whatever situation you're connected with this person, I'm feeling like this love is mostly on your side. So whatever is happening with this person that you love, it's snapping quick, and you're being pulled out of it. Now, the other side, has the Seven of Wands and the Fool. Like, I feel like it's a little stressful for them, not nearly as stressful for you. Not nearly as stressful as for you. So I feel like the stress is on you mostly. They are feeling it, but they're moving on fairly quickly. And they're just like doing fine. And I just feel like they're moving on. Like this situation, whatever happens and it pops up and it causes this split between you and this person, and it pulls you from them so you don't get to see them as much, I feel like it's worse for you than for them. They seem to just kind of bounce back and like, well, that's what's going to happen, and they move on. And they seem to accept the situation for the change that happens. I feel like this becomes, like, the next card on your side is like ask for help from others. I feel like you have to sort out your feelings, and you want this situation to correct, and you're trying to get help with that. I'm just not seeing it really happen. When it says ask for help from others, I feel like you're wanting this other person to come back towards you, and you want the situation to continue. And I don't feel like it's happening. I feel like this is what this is more talking about. You want that person to come back towards you, but I don't feel it's happening. Especially when I see the Eight of Swords, I feel like you're stuck, and you don't want you're trying to revive it in a sense. It's not happening. I feel like you're stuck, and I feel like it's just kind of really I feel like you're in this spot where you're not giving up and you're not seeing it for the completion of the situation that it might be. And I say might be because it's a general reading, and I'm not getting like the world card or anything like that here, showing it's like a finish. But this situation, like this bump, has kind of moved you away from this person, and it's kind of like you can't bring them closer again. You can't bring them towards you again. And I feel like you're kind of waiting here in the sense of like, if I just wait it out, sooner or later an opportunity will come around and we can work together or, hang out again, however necessary. But you're like stuck waiting. Like you're stuck in this spot where you can't seem to affect the situation. I'm getting this Page of Swords energy coming again. Like you're more of a supportive player. You've got to wait for the opportunity to come around to you again. And you're actually in a spot where you're questioning if that will actually happen because you can't seem to create a situation for that to happen. Okay. So I think knowing this is coming, I feel like you're kind of maybe a little connected to someone. It might not be serving you, but you might be a little more like this person is really important to you and you want them in your life. But I'm not feeling like you have the ability to really create the change or create the situation the way you want. And at the end here, you're just kind of stuck in the lurch, like waiting for your opportunity to come around again. Like somebody has to hand you the opportunity. It's not like you can create it. I have to be honest, I'm looking at this and I'm trying to think like if this was coming towards me, I would probably move towards a situation where since this other person, like I don't feel like this is a reciprocated love. I might be more apt to like do my own personal work to kind of desensitize myself from it, especially because I don't feel like it's serving you in the long run and the other person doesn't seem to be matching your feelings. Like Paul McKenna, I probably said him 50,000 times, he has a book, How to Mend a Broken Heart. I've used that before to move on from one of these situations because I feel like you're kind of you're subject to what happens around you. I don't feel like there's a lot of control, and I don't feel like the other side is really reciprocating it. You are valued, but not to the level that you would like. And I feel like it's just causing you heartache more than anything else, and the other person doesn't seem to be connected to that level that you are. It's definitely up to you. I feel like this whole reading might be just to highlight what's going on for you, so you might be aware of what's happening, because I feel like you can have a much happier time if you're able to disconnect from feelings that are not being reciprocated. If this reading is hitting for you, of course. Anything else? Alright, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.